defeated the Philistines. And we know that David became a great king. Et who David itu king to Israel. Many years ago. And David was one of the greatest kings in Israel. But something happened. One day, as King David's mighty men, his soldiers, went out to war, every time told, the king has to go with them. But this particular day, David decided to stay. And and when he was in his palace, walking on the porch of his palace, he looks beyond the homes and he sees a beautiful woman taking a bath on the roof of her house. On the roof of her palace, porch. And when David saw her, David kept looking and he began to lust after her. Story. Make the long story short, David asked one of his servants to go and get her that he may sleep with her. And the servant brings her to David. And she tells David her name, and her name is Bathsheba. David, it's a woman. David wanted to see not physically, but David put her husband in front of battle, which got him killed. And that was David's purpose. Because he didn't want his sin to be found. Bathsheba's pregnant. Her husband will know. I must get rid of her husband. And so King David gets her husband, Bathsheba's husband, killed. And King David now is an adulterous murderer. David told Bathsheba he did not confess his sin to God. But one day God sent a man, a prophet named Nathan. Story. It was supposed to be a proverb, but it was almost real to David. And so David became very angry. Who is this person that would do such a thing? Nathan had go one thing that God you have sinned against the Lord. And when Nathan confronted David, David fell to his face, on his knees and in his face, and he repented and he cried. he wept and he was so sorry for his sins. This is the David who wrote this song. Tu vanzi David tu show hongo na ke betu. Pinang kay back. Verse 2. David says, when I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon, and the stars which you have ordained, what is man that you are mindful of him, and the Son of Man that you visit him? Halina pomong. Tokucha komonjia shao lundu. 我个只家，古堡路里天，等如果我个我等年鸟我年头，能俩得只见不离家，个天要做了，侬能用不对个天路了我了。 David says, when I look at the heavens and I see the moon, anh nên biết tin nên chỉ riêng một lịch cả anh có thiên lý lưu bê của nó. David says in verse 4, what is man? Man, humanity. What is man that you are mindful of him? What is man, sinful man, adulterous man, murderous man? What is man that you are mindful of him? Tin này một gì đi cả vì hại một gì mà nó chỉ chia lý chạy từ chứ có thể lý lưu bê lo. Giờ biết muốn chia nhớ câu verse 5 lại chị. For you have made him a little lower than the angels, and you have crowned him with glory and honor. Ngày chỉ hay nó có chỉ lỡ lo ô tu, dòng đời có thiệp bu lỡ mua hư chỉ thia mình mỏ. Mà khó lưu angel, the same word that is used for God. In the Hebrew, it means Elohim. And David says, you have created man a little lower than Elohim. Elohim, they thought they're angelic beings or God. And so David says, you have created man a little lower than angels and a little lower than God himself. Để chỉ hay nó có chỉ lỡ là ua từ dầu đợi có. Và chữ chỉ bên hình thế tế dầu đợi và chữ này. And it says that God has crowned him, mankind, with glory and honor. But it's a little not